cool. So our next one's a fun hardware.
All right.
Colleen
always has good stuff.
How's it going?
Consistent, great
So-
performance at
Have you missed the
hackathons.
hackathon? Yeah. So for those of you guys who are tuning in, this is the first hackathon prototype forum that we've done live, right? So you would have had no way to have seen a bunch of these in the past, but so we have hackathons, and teams go and build stuff, and then all the other engineers at the company will basically vote on what they think are the coolest demos, and then I'll have the teams come in and show them to me and a bunch of folks on our leadership team. And I think Colleen is probably at the top of the list in terms of how frequently you have winning hackathon projects where you're in here showing us what you've done. So why don't you guys introduce yourselves and then take us through it.
So I'm Colleen, as you know.
I'm Bright as well.
Elias Alonso.
I'm Dan Robertson.
All right.
Cool. So what we did is called Project Low Coder, which is a low-cost hardware video encoder for Facebook Live. Let's see. This is a pre-recorded video, so enables people to hook up professional and prosumer video equipment to Facebook Live easily and reliably, so you don't have to use a phone if you don't want to. It also supports hardwired Ethernet, so you don't have to rely on Wi-Fi networks for a reliable live stream. But the hardware only costs $60, and it does full HDMI uncompressed video capture. At scale, of course, you could make it even cheaper if you rip out Wi-Fi or other things that were just in the SoC when we got it. It supports comments and reactions and feeds that back via the HDMI output. And if you add a teleprompter, you can actually then read the comments and reactions but make eye contact with your audience.
You guys made hardware for this?
Hacked hardware.
Got it.
So it's fully integrated with Facebook Live, so you don't actually have to configure anything as far as settings for video, compression, that kind of stuff. You just go in and you can put in a title and you can put in a tag, and then the encoder turns on. It says offline right here, but it picks up in just a second. And then you can hit go live after making sure that everything works properly.
Sure.
Because that's one of the nice things about the preview thing is. And
Now you're live.
now you're live. So you can hook up a broadcast studio, you can hook up high-end cameras. What we have here and outside is a teleprompter style rig so that you can have interactions with a high-quality lens and high-quality camera and that sort of thing.
Wow.
And
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I would use this.
Yeah. So
Well,
what
I
is the
kind of built
hardware
it for
built
you.
Well, I appreciate that.
on? What is it built on?
So it's actually like an Android set-top box that you can buy on Amazon that's fairly old. Sorry about that, it's starting to play audio. And you can just buy that, and then what's unique about this particular box, though, is that it has HDMI input, and we found a hack on GitHub that allowed you to do access the H.264 AAC compression, but in a transport stream. So then with FFmpeg, you can grab that and mux it into RTMP and push it in as a live stream for Facebook Live.
Huh.
Did you catch that?
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah.
So are we going to publish specs for this, or what's the plan?
I think we should talk about what the most useful thing for us to do would be, because if we wanted to build hardware, we could make it really cheap and reliable and small, but if we were just going to post specs, I would probably go a different direction and make just software for a computer with a capture card. It would be easier to update, easier to release without having to have a very specific implementation. You could get parts easier. It would be a little bit more expensive, but it's far more scalable of a solution.
Yeah. Cool. We should talk about this after.
We should.
Figure out what
Yeah, I mean, this is awesome. I mean, you guys all know this, but a lot of what we're seeing with Facebook Live, originally people just went live doing things that they would have done otherwise, right? So like giving a speech or like doing some event. But increasingly a lot of the good stuff is where you just kind of are standing there and you have your phone and you're taking questions. And I think having the ability to both talk to your community and also get the feedback and the reactions and the comments there is something that a lot of folks who are doing live today don't have yet. And even, we did this live Q&A, it was like a month or 2 months ago, and we had to hack up this whole rig so I could see some of the questions that people were asking, but something like this would be awesome. And, I think, lots of people around the world are going to want to use something like this.
I think the unique thing about this hack as opposed to buying stuff off the shelf is not just that it's cheaper, but it has that feedback loop, which is the HDMI out.
Yeah,
you can buy chips that, you just ingest video and stream it, but I think for the Facebook experience, you really want the interactivity for it.
Yeah, right. Awesome.
It's awesome.
All right, congrats, guys.
Thank you.
What is the case?
Oh, so we were hacking it up so we could boot it up ahead of time, so it had a battery in it. So we took the battery out because it looked a little bit too shady.
Awesome.
Another Colleen.
Yeah, all right, keeping the streak alive.
We're going to figure out how to ship this.